Hi students. So this video is just going to show you some of the resources you can use to research your American author. The first place we're going to go is Utah's online library. This is linked on Canvas. There are two tools that I want to show you here. The first one is EBSCO. We're going to click on EBSCO High Schools. EBSCO is a collection of databases. So when you click on it, it's going to bring up a whole bunch of different options. We are going to use the Biography Reference Center. Now on the Biography Reference Center, you are just going to type in the name of your author. So I'm going to type in Willa Cather as an example. And then it's going to bring up different people that match similar things. So we're going to click on Willa Cather because this is the author that we want. There are other authors here, but we specifically want Willa Cather. So when we click on her, it's going to bring up different biographies that people have written about her. So on here, this itself is not a resource. We would want to click on one of these other biographies, and that's going to give us information about who she is. It'll bring up different authors or pictures or things like that. Now on this, we want to scroll down, and this is where we find the full text. And then in order to cite it, we're going to come up here and click on this yellow icon that says Cite this article. When you click on this, it will bring up all different types of citations. Because this is a language arts class, we want to use the MLA citation. So we're going to come down to where it says MLA, and this citation right here is what you would copy and include on your Works Cited page. There's also an option that you have to send the article to yourself. I would recommend that you open up just like a Google Doc and keep track of all of your links, because that way you don't have to go back into the database and start your search all over. You can just use the link that the site gives you, and that will take you directly back to this biography. So this is how we use EBSCO. We're going to go back to Utah's online library, and we're going to use our second database, which is Gale. Now again, Gale is a collection of databases, so we're going to use the biography and context. And again, you just type in your author's name. Now this is just an overview. So this isn't something that you can cite, it's just an overview of who your author is. If you scroll down, it will tell you all of the different content that they have. So there are pictures, so I could click on images and find pictures of my author. I can go down and specifically say, I just want to look for biographies. I can find interviews with her, like in magazines or newspapers. Sometimes the audio, you can find recordings of your author actually speaking. You can use all of these resources to help you answer the question of, did your author achieve the American dream? Chances are you're not going to find an article that talks about whether or not your author achieved the American dream. So we want to look at what happened in their life to help us answer that question of, were they able to achieve the American dream in their life? Now, when I click on a resource, so I'm going to go and look at biographies, I have the option again of having a citation created for me, which is fantastic. So if I come up here to cite by these quotations, it will bring up my citation. So it automatically set it to MLA, which is what we want. Remember, APA is science, Chicago is social studies. We want MLA. So you can go ahead and just select it and copy it and put it into your Works Cited. There is also the option to save this article as well. You can actually save it in your Drive. So if you come down here and click on the Drive button, right down here and click on your Drive button, this is where you can actually save your article in your Drive, which is also super helpful, so you don't have to search for it again the next time you need to see what happened in your author's life. The last database that I want to show you is actually not on Utah's library. Sorry, is not on Utah's online library. You're going to go to the school's website, click on resources, and we're going to go down to the media center. Sorry, that's my daughter. Click on online resources, and then the World Book Web. It's going to ask you for a password if you do this at home. So it's Bingham and then Miners. So this is another database that you can use to help you find information about your author. So you can use any of these databases to search your author, and it works very similar to Utah's online library. Now, another resource that's on the Bingham website, one of the things you're going to have to do is find something that your author has written. And so if you go to the online book catalog and select Bingham High School, and then go to catalog, you can search the library to see things that were written by your author. So if I type in Willa Cather and search, I can find lots of different things about Willa Cather. So Willa Cather wrote short stories and novels. One of her most well-known ones is My Antonia. So I could actually check out a copy of My Antonia and read part of that. Or I could look at the Cliff Notes version for a summary. It looks like there is also a nonfiction book about Willa Cather. So I could use this to find information about Willa Cather and what she did in her life and if she was able to achieve the American dream. So the way that you figure out where this book is located is we look at the call number. So the call number on this one is 813.52. So I'm going to go to the nonfiction portion of the library, and I'm going to go to section 813. I'm going to look up 813.52. The author's last name is C-A-T, or sorry, not the author's last name. The subject title is C-A-T for Cather, and I should be able to find this book that's all about Willa Cather and other Western authors. If I want to find one of the books that she's written, I would look up the call number again. So in this case, it's a fiction book. So I'm going to go to the fiction section and look her up by her last name. It looks like there's also a collection of short stories. It looks like it's ghost stories, and she has a short story in there as well. So I could go and look up this book as well and find one of her short stories that she has written. I will have links to all of these on Canvas, as well as the login information that you can use when you are looking this stuff up at home. Good luck with your research.